Hey everyone, welcome back. If you are looking for a cool and unique houseplant, then look no further. This is the plant you would definitely want to add to your collection. Its signature long zigzag stems resemble fish skeleton, and that's why they are called fishbone cactus. They are also known by several other names like zigzag cactus, rickrack cactus, or orchid cactus. And I'm sure if you have one of these quirky plants, you would definitely want to make more such plants for you and for your family and friends. So let's make more fishbone cactus. You just have to follow few simple steps, and the best part is you just need a piece of stem to start an entirely new plant. You might think this flat, green, fleshy part of this plant has leaves, but they are actually the stems. So first we are going to cut off a stem close to its base, and make sure that you use a clean and a sharp pair of scissors or a knife to avoid any kind of infection. Now you have a whole stem segment. You can root the whole stem or you can cut the stem horizontally into small sections that are 2 to 3 inches long or so. And the most amazing thing is each of this section will grow into a new plant. Now that you have the cuttings, you need to wait at least 2 to 3 days to allow the cuttings to dry out and form a callus over the cuttings. It protects the cuttings from rot. And once they appear dry, they are ready for rooting. You can root them in water, soil, or in soilless medium. Water and soil are the most common medium for rooting cuttings. You can first root the cuttings in water and then transplant them in soil. For water propagation, just place the whole stem or the stem segments in a small glass or a jar and make sure that the bottom inch of the cutting is submerged. Now just wait until the roots form. Or you can directly root your cuttings in soil. This is the most common and the easiest method. You can use any well-draining soil mix that you generally use to grow your succulent or cactus. Here I have mixed nutrient-rich potting soil and coarse sand. Now I'm going to add some perlite in it. Regular garden soil is very compact. So if you are using garden soil, add some coarse sand or perlite or both to make the soil less compact and to improve its drainage. Nowadays, I also add some charcoal to my soil mix. It improves drainage and aerates the soil. It also absorbs impurities and odors. This soil mix is loose, well draining, and perfect for rooting the cactus cuttings. You can even use this soil mix to grow this plant. I use this kind of coarse, sandy soil mix to grow my succulents and cacti. Now take a small pot and fill it with this soil. Moisten it first and then simply plant your cutting in moist soil. There are also a few different types of soilless mediums that you can use to root the cuttings, like sand, coco peat, sphagnum moss, perlite, vermiculite, or leca. First moisten the medium and then plant the cutting in it. You can also mix these materials together to make a rooting medium, like you can mix perlite and coco peat, or you can mix perlite and vermiculite to make your own rooting medium. If you root your cuttings in soil or in any soilless medium, you can dip the end of the cutting in rooting hormone before planting it. But it's not necessary, you can skip it. The cactus cuttings can be rooted easily without any rooting hormone. Usually, cuttings will start to grow roots within 2 to 8 weeks, but the rooting time may vary depending on the environmental conditions. And once the roots reach approximately 2 to 4 inches, you can plant them in soil. In case of water propagation, you can see the development of the roots. But if you propagate the cuttings in soil, you will know that the cuttings have rooted when you see new growth or when you gently pull the stem and feel slight resistance. You can grow your fishbone cactus in any well-draining soil mix that you generally use for growing your succulents or cacti, like the one we used for rooting the cuttings. But fishbone cactus is not a desert cactus. They are from the humid tropical rainforests of Mexico. They are epiphytic or jungle cactus. So they do well in a growing medium that is light, airy, and fast draining. Here I am mixing equal parts of potting soil, pine bark, and perlite. You can use cocoa chips instead of bark. Bark and perlite make the potting medium light, less compacted, and also improve drainage. So our chunky soil mix is ready. It dries out fast and allows good air circulation around the plant's root. Here I have taken a 6-inch terracotta pot and I'm going to plant some rooted cuttings in it. Planting multiple cuttings in a same pot makes the plant look compact and full. And as I mentioned earlier, fishbone cactus is an epiphytic cactus. So the good news is you can grow them indoors as they don't need full sun and they thrive in bright indirect light. So that's it for today. I hope you found this video helpful. Please thumbs up if you did, and if you are new here, please consider subscribing to watch more videos from me. Thank you for now. See you next time. Goodbye.